Hi, and welcome to the 5th tutorial in the Python tutorial series, Python Pandas and Spreadsheets. Excuse me. So, in the last tutorial, we were able to read from all 66 tabs of our spreadsheet data, and we compiled all of that into one thing that we wanted to use to then make a plot. We made a plot of one team's batting average over time. So I thought it would be worthwhile to also have a tutorial here about just changing some of our definitions so that we can take that data, store that in its own spreadsheet, and again, just to be useful. Sometimes people like to put their data in a spreadsheet to see it. So to get started then, what we're going to do is we're going to come to our code, and we're going to start with we have a definition here to write a spreadsheet. And it's going to be a good start. So what we're going to do is take that definition and copy it and paste it, and then we're going to give it a new name. So instead of write spreadsheet, we're going to call this one write team spreadsheet. And instead of passing these things in there, we'll get rid of those. We're going to pass a few different things. So we're going to end up passing just a single data frame. We need to pass a sheet name, and then we'll pass what I'm going to call a new Excel file name. And I'm calling it new Excel file name just so that it's explicitly different than the Excel file name that we've used here. So we'll take this new definition and we'll copy that into there. Otherwise, this writer variable here can stay exactly the same. We're not going to be looping through anything, so we can get rid of this for loop, and we can so now we have just this df, which we're going to be passing in a data frame, and then this data frame we're going to go to Excel, but we want to change something here. So something we did in the past that maybe we want to do different this time. Again, just so you can see some of the options available in Pandas, we're going to add another keyword where we're going to say index equals false. And the reason we're going to add that index equals false is that instead of it writing the index where it starts with 0, 1, 2, 3 and goes down the list for each row in our data frame, it won't print that. Most of the data frames that we build on our own, we don't add an index column to them. And so it's very likely that when you make these sorts of objects and create these spreadsheets that you also don't always want an index column. So here is how you sort that out. You add this index equals false, and then that will stop Pandas from writing that index into your Excel file. Otherwise, the writer.save and writer.close are fine. And so we have our write team spreadsheet definition ready to go. So now the only thing we need to do down here is to call it, I believe. So let's look. We have our new data frame that we create. We have a column value, which is the New York Yankees. The column name is team. So it's going to make through this loop, get the old data frame. It locates the row like we did last time. It then adds a column of year, and then it populates it with a value. Finally, it creates a new data frame that it appends that row to, and it also does an ignoring of the index there. So that's just because all of these are indexed differently from each of the 66 spreadsheets. Okay, which means that at the very end of all that, we want to call this line. So I'll copy that, and here at the end I will say that, but we need a new Excel file name. So I will provide a new Excel file name, and in fact I can just do it here in the line if I want to. So I'm gonna put in an F string and put in some parentheses, and we'll just put in the column value, which is our team name. So if we left it like this, this would be just the team name.xlsx. I'm going to add to that an underscore, and we'll say 19 1954 underscore 2019 end quote there. So that gives us a little bit of a, so it should be NYY 1954 to 2019 .xlsx. All right, so we've provided df, oh, and then a sheet name. For the sheet name, we'll just provide the column value. And for the data frame, we need to provide new data frame. Okay, so now that we've supplied all of the correct values into our definition for writing Team Spreadsheet, it's going to write the new data frame. It's going to name the tab column value, and then it's going to name the file column value underscore 1954 underscore 2019 .xlsx. So let's save this and we'll run it. And so while this is running, it is what is it going to be doing? We can look back at the code and just kind of verbalize what's going on. So it is it's reading the spreadsheet that we've created to create stats, years, and data frames. And then from stats, we have stats is going to be a stored dictionary that has all of the data frames stored in it based on the year. So then it's going to go through each year, pick out each data frame, and pick out the row with the team name. It's going to create a new data frame of just that team. So it looks like it's finished. We didn't have any errors or anything, so we can now open up this and file, open, NYYY. So here is our New York Yankees, and so here we have exactly what we hoped we would have. We've got our first column has the team name. We've got the batting average, or the number bats, the batting average, and then here at the end we've added this column year, so that we've recorded the year along with the team name. And so this is something you might want to generalize. You might not want to do it just for one team, but you might want to do it for maybe all the teams. So in the next tutorial, I'm going to show you how we can do this for all the teams. And so we're gonna have to do a little bit more exception handling, because this time we purposely chose a team we knew that would provide data on every line of every year that we were looking. Some of the teams only exist for 1 or 2 or 3 years of the range that we covered, some smaller number. So we're going to figure out how to get all the teams into a loop so we can do all of them, and then we'll figure out how to handle all the exceptions. But thank you for watching this tutorial, and please stick around for the next one.